first four ways which we look at karma are in terms of how serious.
The set of monastic robes is called Patrai or Trai.
Life is too short and we cannot get all we expected for in our life.
You don't need to stand up, you don't need to lay down, you cannot do anything. Walking.
We're going to be making something similar to this. First of all, we're going to be using orchid and leaf.
Swadee Krab. Hello and welcome to another edition of Meditation for All, a show which leaves you feeling spiritually centered and uplifted. I'm Nicholas Pascoe, your host for today. This week, Venerable Nicholas Thanissaro will be teaching us about the law of karma and how it affects everyone all over the world. We start with a lesson on heavy karma and the retributions it can produce. This is the first of 4 parts in a mini-series which will give you a better understanding of karma and help you to lead a better life.
If you have an object which creates a certain amount of energy or movement, then there will always be an reaction which is equal and opposite in the other direction. Okay? So if there's some energy put out, then that energy has to be converted into something else which is exactly equal to the amount which has been put out. For example, if your car is running along the road at 20 miles per hour, then you need to apply the brake, and that will convert the energy of the movement into heat in the brake blocks, which is exactly equal to the amount of energy the car has as it's running along the road. So the energy doesn't disappear, it's just changing into another form. And if you like, one way of looking at the law of karma is that the things which we put out in the form of our intentions, speech, or actions, they don't just disappear, but they come back to us in a similar form, but instead of coming from us, it comes back to us. So these things don't disappear. And in any form of spiritual tradition, I think it's always very unfashionable to make judgments about things as being good or bad. No one likes to be considered that they are being judged. But in Buddhism, we do categorize karma as being good, neutral, or bad. And good or bad doesn't mean that there's someone who is making decisions about this, that, what this person's doing pleases me and therefore it's something good. It's not like that at all. But it's rather like if you do something like wear shoes which are 2 sizes too small for you, then after walking along the road for 200 meters, then your feet start to hurt, correct? So we would say that that is bad karma. Why? Because it ends up bringing you suffering. Okay, it's your stupidity that you did it in the first place. But the result of it, without anyone judging you that, to wear shoes which are the wrong size is something bad to do, even without someone judging you, you know for yourself the result of it, because it ends up hurting your feet. So this is what we mean by bad. It's something that in the future will come back to you in some form of inconvenience or suffering, and therefore it is stupid to do it in the first place. So when we talk about good or bad, wholesome, unwholesome, this is what we mean. It's not that someone is got a list somewhere about what is good or what is bad, but it means that it's something that is going to lead to your inconvenience or suffering in the future. So we have wholesome things which are going to end up bringing us some sort of prosperity, some form of happiness in the future. We have things which are neutral. Maybe I should give an example. For example, if you are helpful to people, polite to people, then they tend to treat you in a way which is they want to help you back. In the future, they want to speak to you in a polite way. Things which we consider neutral are things like walking up and down, brushing your teeth, things which don't create anything which is either good or bad, they just use up your time. And things which are bad are things like I mentioned, like wearing shoes which are too small. Maybe it's doing things like deceiving people or being reckless when you're driving. These would be examples of bad karma. The word karma actually means action. Karma means to do, something like to do in English language. But often in Thai language, it takes on a negative implication. If someone says, oh, it's your karma, normally it means that it's something bad. But in fact, karma can be good or bad, or even neutral. And the ways we can create it are by 3 different channels. When you talk about your actions, it means the things which you do physically with your body, by your hands or your feet. These are physical actions. For example, if you pick up a knife and stab someone with it, then that is an example of a physical action which is bad karma. Okay? We can also do it by our verbal actions. Sometimes it's the easiest thing to make a slip of the tongue, but it is considered karma also, because once it becomes public, then you can't take your words back anymore. So you can speak in a positive way, which gives people encouragement and inspiration, or you can insult people, or you can speak in a way which is sarcastic, which undermines their enthusiasm. This is good or bad karma via the channel of our speech. But one thing is interesting, and this is quite important when we think about why we're doing our meditation as well, is that not only the actions which are public count as karma, even what is going on in our mind is a form of karma. If we have good intentions going through our mind, it creates also good karma. So a person who has a good mood, even though they may not even smile at the world or do something nice for someone, the fact that their mind is in a good mental state is good karma. Yet a person who may have a grudge against someone, even though they might not put the grudge into action, just by the fact that they bear a grudge, that is bad karma. It sort of weighs on them. So even what goes on in our mind is important for karma. And it's especially important because normally the intentions, once they become more intense, become the things that we say, or they will drive us to have actions which have the same quality as the intentions. So if we can work with intentions, if we can try to do away with negative intentions before they go to fruition as actions or speech, then that is a safer way to go than to try to stop them once they already get to the stage of being actions. Okay, so 3 channels first of all. I talked about 12 different forms of karma. And the first 4 ways which we look at karma are in terms of how serious or how heavy they are. Why is this important? Because the first law of the way karma works is that all things being equal, the more serious forms of karma which you have done will give their results more quickly. So if you know that, then you try either to do seriously good karma or to avoid seriously bad karma. Okay? And if you look at the diagram of the bullet, then you can see that in fact we can put the karma into 4 different levels of seriousness. Heavy form of karma, if you talk about it in a negative sense, is usually actions which are so extreme that they may give their karmic retribution, so the results of the karma, almost immediately. And amongst these are included things like killing your mother, killing your father, killing an arahant, harming a Buddha, because it's not possible to kill a Buddha, he doesn't die by the hands of someone else, and creating a schism or fragmentation, a division in the community of the Buddhist monks. So I say that again: killing your mother, killing your father, killing an arahant, so someone who is enlightened, harming a Buddha, because the Buddha doesn't get killed by other people, creating a division or schism within the order of the Buddhist monks. In some places there's a 6th one added to this, which is masquerading as a Buddhist monk when in fact you are giving teachings which are not belonging to Buddhism. So a rogue monk in another sense. These sort of karmas are so heavy that even though a person may have done many other good things, but these would tend to be the trump card which overtakes all the other karmas. They're so heavy. In some cases in the scriptures, the karma was so heavy that the earth swallowed up the person who did them immediately. They led to their immediate death. In other places you hear about things like a person's head exploding into 7 fragments. Okay, so whether you take it as symbolism or not, it's up to you, but I advise you not to experiment with it for yourself.
It is now time for the next installment of Buddhist Culture. This week's episode is titled The Colour of Dawn, which speaks about the great importance of a monk's robe, including the history, production, and the effect it has had on the world for over 2,000 years.
Life is like a dewdrop falling from the beak of a waterfowl, merging into an ever-flowing stream. May this dewdrop reflect the moonlight, or shine briefly as a tiny star, its light giving hope for life in the darkness. For reasons that a man should recognize, he garbs himself in the robes of peace, garments which are the color of dawn. The 3 robes of a Buddhist monk can totally transform an ordinary man into a holy one. By enveloping himself with these robes, he elevates himself to be as a son of the Lord Buddha. It looks quite easy, but the ordination ceremony is challenging, especially for one who promises to remain a monk for life. The set of monastic robes is called Patrai or Trai. It consists of 3 pieces of various sizes, each with a different duty. In ancient times, it was tailor-made to fit its owner. In the early time of Buddhism, it was believed that a cloth should come from a dead body, then laundered and dyed. Buddhists still respect this belief in funeral ceremonies. Before cremating the deceased, a senior monk goes up and takes the patrai that is laid in front of the coffin. Sometimes the robes are made from the finest cotton. It is said that the best quality cotton will give a cool and comfortable feeling during the hot season, while providing the warmth during the winter's chill. ancient India, the town of Kasi was known for producing the best cotton to make monastic robes.
It is now time to meditate, so I would like to invite you all to join Venerable Somsak Pyasilo in sitting comfortably and focusing your mind at the center of your body.
Welcome to the atmosphere of peace, the moment of meditation. Life is too short and we cannot get all we expected for in our life. Each piece of pleasure never lasts that long. That's why people always reach out for happiness here and there all the time. But true happiness and peace start from inside. And of course, meditation is the key and the password to unlock the happiness that has been blocked from blossoming from inside. And here we go, meditation will help us reveal the happiness inside. Now, if you are ready, we just close the eyes so softly. And as usual, we take a good deep breath. On the in-breath, we bring in the freshness to nurture the inside. And on the out-breath, we release all the tensions, all the discomforts from inside out. And relax the whole body. The whole body from head down to the heels. We slowly relax them all. All parts of the physical body are now relaxed. No such a single part that could be remained stressed. Release and let go, as if we are soaked by the mass volume of the stream of relaxation. Recall the station of peace by taking the deep breath again. Follow the in-breath until it ends inside the stomach. This is so-called the familiar, the turning point. And all we do is to bring in, welcome in the mind to stay still at the turning point. This is the station of peace. The mind will be here like it has come home. Spend a little moment in quietness, settling down over the station of peace. Gently, slowly, without any rush. of any kind. Remain tranquil and still all the time, all the way, always. Welcome the moon in the mind by a little click inside, the slightest touch, a click revealing the moon shining in the mind, in the center of the body, over the turning point, shines the full moon. The full moon represents the peaceful mind, as the mind is of a sphere form. And that's why the moon embraces the real shape of the mind. Enjoy the glow of the full moon for a while. The most important person in your life is your own self. You might tell yourself, I am the most important person in the world. That's why we are the first person who deserve inner peace. We meditate over the center of the body because we are the first one in the world to receive inner light. Life is basically not bright unless meditation brings us to the station of brightness, and the moon is functioning its inner light at the moment. Allow the mind to stay amid the brightness of the bright moon again and again. Enjoy soft light. Enjoy bright light of such shining moon in the center of the body. Make sure at the moment physical body and the mind both are truly relaxed. Relax again and always during meditation. Enjoy the continuous glow of the moon shining in the mind. And we are right. We are the first person who deserve inner peace, who deserve inner light. So let this moment go on with happiness for a while. In order to gain more sustainable peace and happiness, we have the technique which we have to start from inside. As I told you earlier, normally each piece of pleasure never lasts that long. But that rule doesn't apply with the inside. The world inside is a kingdom of light. It always shines all the time. If we come to visit the kingdom of light in the center of the body often, the bright light inside will reflect to the outer appearance. That's why if you meditate often, if your internal brightens often, such brightness would overcome your external appearances until you reflect the inner light to cover the outside. You always become the body of bright light yourself. Now we have learned, we have discovered inner light for many times. Let the brightness from inside overcome all the darkness of the outside world. Now that we are reflecting inner light to brighten the outside. Meditation is the only key that connects the internal and the external world of being. Now enjoy bright light in this quietness for a little more time. Once we are ready, we can count down from 3 to 0. Take a good deep breath again. It's shining inside, and slowly open up. So life is not in darkness anymore. By meditation, we learn how to gain inner light and get the color. And the color of life from now on is the color of light. The color of brightness is now our color of life. Until we meet again for a better meditation practice, hope you enjoy inner light, the color of life, and Sawati.
Next, Nini Kevlin will be speaking to Paul Pridanon, a yoga instructor all the way from California, who will be showing us his special form of Tai Chi mixed with yoga, which can help with your breathing and meditation, so that you may feel stronger, healthier, and more relaxed.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hello, my name is Nini Keverin. Welcome to the program of Meditation for All. Today, I have a very special guest with me. It's a very good friend of mine from Azusa, California, USA. His name is Mr. Paul Pridanon. Anyway, please welcome him to the program today.
ครับสวัสดีครับ Hello there.
Okay. So how are you today?
Wonderful.
Oh, that's
Could
good.
be better though.
Thank you for being here with me and very nice to see you. Anyway, you know what? Please tell the audience about yourself, you know, your background a little bit. And, you know, basically, of course, you live in USA right now, but you were born in Thailand. And give us a little bit background about yourself.
My pleasure, because to me, I have no secret. Anything I love to open, I love to share. I think the sharing is very important. I was born in northeast of Thailand, forgot it, it's a long time, about almost 61 years ago. Already, huh? Time goes so
Okay.
fast. So anyway, when I was young, I loved to, I don't know, I just, I didn't think about at that time. When I was young, about 2 years old, start from there, I remember that I love to gift. I have so many toys. I like to give it away, you know, and then
Sharing gift with people.
just, right,
Friends.
just something like that. But at that time, I don't know what I'm doing, you know, and then,
Wow.
well, and then after that, I like to do things unusual. I love to learn. I love to pay attention to everything, you know, but relax and learn though, you know. That's what I believe in. I learn the most when I relax.
Okay, great. Well, the reason we point out about giving and all that stuff, because get to the program, you would find out more what is he trying to tell us about. Anyway, one thing that I forgot to mention, Paul, you also special in do instruction for yoga. You do volunteer work, right? Also to the community in your area, and also create your own technique, how to link that to the meditation. So that is kind of like part of, like what you just said right now, you love to give, you know, to people, doesn't matter who they are.
Love to share.
Right, and share your experience, create in your own way too. So give me a little bit about that, how did you come up with the, you know, the yoga instruction to get into the meditation or whatever you're doing?
Right. Just like I mentioned it before, that I love to learn. I love, because I think that life is too short, but I expect
Right.
to live to at least 200 years. You know.
Okay.
I love life. I love everyone.
Oh,
just
that's
like
nice.
my family. You know. When I met one person, I thought I know them for long, long times. And to be honest, I learned a lot of things. See? When I was young, since I was about 10 years old, I opened. I believe when you open, when you feel confident, when you believe that you're here on earth to help one another.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but at that time, I'm not exactly know what I from or what I want. You know? So, but I kind of know just a little bit now. That's what I like to say. Now, I learned about how to breathe. When you breathe, deep breathing is that what the way of yoga doing it. You don't need to put the leg over your neck or that. You know, you don't have to do like the other. You do like a
Simple breathing,
simple,
but just have
you're
to know the
capable
technique.
to.
I see.
You don't need to stand up. You don't need to lay down. You cannot do anything. Walking, anything. You know,
So-
just, the key is just relax.
I see. So in other words, what
And
you're trying to tell the audience and all of us is by put that kind of yoga technique in a way that you can use that deep breathing, and at the same time that can help you in good shape also,
Something like
and
that.
be able to focus and also
Exactly. Right.
have a healthy life and
Right.
also be happy.
Exactly,
Yeah. Okay.
because when you breathe good, that the air is carrying oxygen.
Right.
Our body needs some oxygen to any part.
Now I know that you did create some
Okay.
kind of the technique, and you
Right,
call that
right.
sabai.
Right.
What's that mean?
Now is okay. I combine between the so-called yoga or the Tai Chi, you know, the movement. Put the movement on it, and this way you not get boring.
Right.
Because we tend to get bored something so fast. You know.
You quit, I
Yeah,
think. You know,
right.
when people get
Right.
bored, they don't want to do it no more.
Exactly.
So yours is not like that.
Right.
Okay.
I just gonna mention that because when you do something like you feel like you have to do it. It's not feel that good that you have to do it. Maybe
Right.
you don't need to do. You don't have to do it. You know, just do like you're
You
not
want
doing
to
it.
do it.
Right,
Yes,
exactly. But the
you
key
want to
that
do it.
do like you're not doing it.
Oh, I
That's the
see.
key, you see? That's the key, you know. And then after that is be consistent just a little bit.
I see,
you know?
I see.
So that's what I created because I learned so many things. I just opened myself about 2 years ago.
I
basically,
see.
You know, I said hey, life is too short.
Right.
See that, like I said again, I said since you asked me that how I feel, I told you that fantastic, right?
Oh, wow.
And could be better, right? Could be better how? Could be better if the world have more peace. So that's why I create is call it like a sabai. Okay, it means true comfort.
I see.
Okay, so that when you're happy, believe me, you behave to another better.
Right, that's
First
right.
of all, start with you. You behave to yourself better. You have the better body, better thinking, and lead to a lot of things connected
good.
now.
So can you show us some two of that movement or anything
Yeah.
very quickly? How do you do
Yeah,
that?
for example, okay, like if you just move your arm right here, see?
Okay.
You move just your finger.
Yes.
All this muscle is working.
Okay.
Because you don't have to lift the weight.
I see. So you
Okay.
can sit down
Yeah.
and doing it.
You can sit down, but just like your posture, the posture is very important.
Okay.
It leads to a lot of your organ work better when you have the better posture
Right.
of your body. See, that help the organ work better. You live longer. You breathe.
So the posture
better.
is very
It's
important.
very important.
Okay.
You don't need to, like I say, okay,
Get up or lift the weight
Yeah,
or jumping
don't
up
need
and
to.
down. Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay?
see. Okay.
Yeah, see? Okay, now just allow me, just put that up, just a little bit, just do, just like that.
Simple
See?
technique by lift.
Simple
Okay.
technique, see? But you got to be fair to yourself. I just give you example here.
Okay, that's
Okay?
fine.
Just
Okay.
give you some example here.
Wow.
See? And when you do this, it starts from the center of your body.
Wow. Okay.
Because your body is very important, and then this is where the life began. Like that,
okay.
give you some example.
Okay.
So-
And how often do you do that?
Well, you know what? I kind of remind myself that I'm not going to live here that long, maybe 200 years. That's very short, you know. It
Me
is.
too.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
short. When I think about that, when I have the kindness, you know, I get to be kind to myself too, you know. So
Right.
I sharing the greatest, you know. I do that because we don't have much time, so I just do it. See? For example, when you cry,
Yes.
just smile. Okay,
That's
smile.
a giving.
Smile.
Hello.
How
How
do you
are
feel?
you? Oh, I'm doing really well. Thank
you feel good, right?
Yes.
When you smile, you exercise your face.
Right.
See, because your face look young, and
Oh, thank
if I
you.
guess your age, probably I cannot guess.
14 or 15 is fine. I'm pushing it.
Sometimes I close my eyes, quiet my mind, everything disappear. Oh, so wonderful.
Just being with yourself,
Be
that's what you're
humble.
trying to say.
Yeah,
Yes.
be humble. It's
Yes.
so wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Like when you get up in the morning, just close your eye and quiet for a while. Prepare yourself to get up. See, 1 minute.
For the new day.
Yeah, whatever the new day,
Yes.
new life, new breathing,
Yes.
and anything.
Oh,
See,
that's
be
good,
kind to
that's
yourself.
good.
Like I say again, you know, when you smile, you feel better. When somebody saw you smile, is that they feel better?
Right. I see,
Even
I
though you don't know them.
Okay, any more technique you want to show us?
Okay, what's this? What look like? See? Basically, I start with this. Remember,
Just move
when
your
you
hand.
relax,
Okay.
you do things better. See?
Okay.
Do I look like
Simply.
I relax enough?
Right, and then
I
what's the
feel
next
like I'm
one?
not doing anything. I just move my. See? Look. Just
Okay.
see? Look, observe the muscle. It's moving inside here. See? This is the solid here. Okay, 61 years old, not bad, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay? Now,
Okay.
like here again. So what does it look like? It looks like you open. See, this is what you get. See? That means you feel confident about yourself.
Okay.
See? You don't have to put on. You just this why that why you learn better when you know yourself. You know?
Okay.
Okay,
Then
and
what's the
then you
next one?
come
Okay,
up
just
here.
up. Okay.
Simple. See? This is what we call kindness.
Oh, I see.
Okay?
Ready to hand it out.
Kindness. Yeah.
Okay.
See? Like that's my
Okay.
example. So you got to understand what kindness is all about. Like I mentioned it before,
Okay.
right?
And you can do this as much as you want, whenever you want.
But the
right?
key is don't force anything.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Okay.
See? Okay?
All right. And the next
And
one, I'm
then
sorry to rush
the
you.
one this is
Go ahead.
called that attitude.
Okay.
Attitude is everything. Believe me.
Yes.
So what it means basically is how you feel about things.
We end today's show with Rose Mipan's Cut and Craft, a show full of activities which can help to improve your patience and mindfulness whilst enjoying learning about the production of traditional Thai crafts. Last week, Rose learned how to make ornamental garlands out of jasmine. This week, she'll continue to learn how to make garlands, but using a different flower, the orchid, one of Thailand's most famous plants.
No matter which way my life turns, no matter easy or hard.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hi, I'm Rosalind Mipan and I will be your host on this show called Cut and Carve. Cut and Carve is a show that will be teaching you Thai traditional craft. For today, we have our guest and our teacher, Payawalak. สวัสดีค่ะ and Payawaled. สวัสดีค่ะ Also today, I have my little cousin Crystal to help us on the show.
สวัสดีค่ะ
For today, we're going to be making a garland just like on our previous show, out of orchids. For this one, you're going to be using the whole thing, so we won't be wasting anything.
เดี๋ยวป้าขอแนะนำอุปกรณ์อีกนิดหนึ่งนะคะ ก็จะมี1คือเข็มนะคะ
ค่ะ
2คือได้นะคะ3ก็คือกรรไกรแล้วก็4ก็คือที่ร้อยได้นะคะ
ค่ะ
แล้วก็เวลาเราร้อยได้อย่างนี้เราต้องใช้กรรไกรดึงเข็มนะคะแล้วก็ก้านมันสำปะหลังใช้เฉพาะกิ่งเขานะคะ
ค่ะ
แล้วก็ใบตองทำแป้นนะคะ
ค่ะ To go over our props again, I'm going to tell you what you're going to need. First of all, you're going to need string. There's two types, so there's the plastic and the regular string. There's the needle. There's the scissor, the clip, and the tapioca stem. And last but not least, the banana leaf. ค่ะ เชิญเลย
นี่เราจะเริ่มนะคะ
ค่ะ
เราจะร้อยลักษณะพวงมาลัยคืออย่างนี้นะคะป้าชูให้ดู
ค่ะ
นะคะมันจะเป็นสี2สีนะคะ
ค่ะ
แต่วันนี้เห็นว่าคือทางท่านผู้ชมทางบ้านอาจจะมีใบไม้กันเยอะนะคะโดยเฉพาะต่างประเทศนะคะเราก็ใช้กล้วยไม้สีขาวแล้วก็ใบไม้สีเขียวนะคะอันนี้ก็ลักษณะการร้อยจะคล้ายๆอย่างนี้นะคะแต่จะต่างสีนะคะ
For today, we're going to be making something similar to this. First of all, we're going to be using orchid and leaves. It's going to be the same thing, but they're different colors. So, we're going to be making the circular one, semicircular, mini semicircular, and the dangling thing. อันนี้เรียกว่าอะไรนะคะ
อุบะ
Called uba.
ก็คือก่อนอื่นก็เริ่มจากกล้วยไม้นะคะ
ค่ะ
สีขาวเราจะวางคล้ายๆดอกมะลินี่แหละก็คือวาง8แต่เราวางทีละคู่ก็คือสีขาว2สีเขียว2รวมแล้ววาง4คู่
ค่ะ
4คู่นะแล้วเริ่มเลือกใบนะคะใบกล้วยไม้
เราครึ่ง
พับครึ่ง
พับครึ่ง
พับครึ่งนะคะ
ค่ะ
พับครึ่งแล้วก็สอดเข็มร้อยเข้าไปปกติถ้าเกิดยาวนะคะ เราจะใช้กรรไกรตัด
แล้วก็ตัดเลย
ตัดให้ตรงเนี้ยไม่ให้มันเกินให้มันเท่าๆกันค่ะ
ค่ะ For this garland, we're going to be using the two colors, the white orchid leaf and the leaf, the green leaves. So, to do this, just like on our other show, we're going to be putting it in pairs. So, it's going to be 2 white, 2 green, 2 white, 2 green. So, a total of 8. There's going to be 4 pairs and you switch it off.
พอเราใส่2แล้วใช่ไหมคะต่อไปเราจะใช้ใบแก้วสีเขียว ซึ่งตัดเป็นรูปมนคล้ายๆใบกล้วยไม้สีขาวส่วนมนนะคะ
แล้วก็พับเหมือนกันใช่
ค่ะ
ไหม
พับครึ่งเหมือนกันเลย แล้วก็ร้อยเข้าไปค่ะ วางใบให้เสมอกันเป็นรูปวงกลมนะคะ
ค่ะ
เรียงให้ได้8
When you put it in, fold it in half, like so. Put in the head, stick it right in, like so. When you do it, it should be a circular. So when you're finished with all 4 pairs, it should be a circular form.
ต่อไปก็กล้วยไม้ค่ะ วางคู่
ต้องใช้ ใหญ่ๆใช่ไหม
ค่ะให้ใบมันคล้ายๆกัน
คล้ายๆกับดอกแก้ว
คล้ายๆกับใบแก้ว
ใบแก้ว
ใบแก้วนี่คือส่วนมากจะแหลมๆอย่างนี้ใช่ไหมคะ เราก็จะตัดให้มันมนเหมือนกับใบกล้วยไม้
So, when you get the orchid petal and the leaf will be pointy, like this. So you cut up the leaf to be similar to the orchid petal. When you put it in, put the pointy side inward. Put the round side outward, like a taco.แล้วก็
ก็เราพอเสร็จปุ๊บเราก็จะตักเริ่มจากดอกไหนเราก็จะสับหวานไปเรื่อยๆจะเยื้องสีกัน
แต่ว่าตอนเราทำนี่ต้องแปด
ให้ครบ8ค่ะ ไม่งั้นจะไม่เป็นเกลียวแบบนี้ค่ะ ต้องวางให้ก็ได้คู่กัน
So unlike the other one, for this one you have to use 8 the whole time. Using the same colors the whole way, unless you're going to decorate it.
เลือกสวยๆ แล้วก็พยายามอย่าคือเวลาร้อยเข้าไปเนี่ยให้อยู่ข้างในลึกๆหน่อย เพราะถ้าปลายแล้วมันจะหลุด
When you put it in, petal or leaf, try to put it in sort of in. Because if you put it at the edge, it's going to rip the leaf.
พอแปดแล้ว
ให้เสมอกันนะลูกนะต่อไปเป็นชั้นที่2นะคะ ตอนนี้เราจะสับวางจะสับวางเยื้องสีนะคะ ก็คือแปะแล้ว ตอนนี้เราจะเริ่มที่สีขาววางสับวางลงไปเลยค่ะ
For the next level, when you put it in between. สับวางใช่ไหมคะ
สีขาวลูก
นี้
สีขาวครบแล้วก็ต่อด้วยใบแก้ว อีกคู่หนึ่งสับวางไปเรื่อยๆ จนครบวงนะคะครบวงก็คล้ายๆร้อยดอกมะลินี่แหละแต่ว่าเราเปลี่ยนจากดอกมะลิเป็นใบไม้
ใบไม้แล้วก็คอยดูสีของใบแก้วกับสีขาวว่าให้มันเยื้องกันนะคะเราจะทำอย่างนี้นะคะเดี๋ยวแล้วนะเราจะทำอย่างนี้ไปเรื่อยๆนะคะสับวางไปเรื่อยๆแล้วก็จะได้รูปแบบนี้
When you're going through, it should come out like this. Sort of like stairs. For each color, there's a different stair. อย่างนี้ค่ะ
อันนี้ก็คือตัวมาลัยกลมนะคะสมมติว่าเราทำก็จะเป็นในตัวนี้นะคะมาลัยกลมก็คือตัวนี้นะคะ
เมื่อเรารู้เรื่องการร้อยมาลัยแบบนี้แล้วนะคะ เป็นเกลียวคืออันนี้นะคะจะเป็นคล้ายๆกันอย่างนี้ ต่อไปเราจะทำซีกทำซีกเป็นสีขาวนะคะซีกเป็นสีขาวใช้กล้วยไม้ค่ะกล้วยไม้สีขาวใบก็คือจะใบแบบนี้นะใบเล็กกว่า
ไม่ใช่ใบใหญ่อย่างนี้
ค่ะไม่ใช่ใบใหญ่จะไปใบเล็กลงมาก็คือเนี่ยคือถ้าเป็นสีขาวนะคะก็คือเอาตรงนี้ค่ะนะตรงนี้ของเขา
ใบเล็ก
ใบเล็กๆก็คือใส่แป้นไปแล้วก็เรียงกล้วยไม้สีขาว3
ค่ะ
มาวาง
3แล้วก็2แล้วก็
3ค่ะสับวางนะคะชั้นที่2ก็สับวาง2ชิ้นได้3แล้ววาง3นะคะ
ค่ะ For this one, we're doing the semicircle. Just like the other one, we're going to put it through 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2.
ชั้นที่2ต่อไปนะคะ
ค่ะ
ก็วางสับวาง
Put it in between for the next one. อย่างนี้
ก็3 2 3 2สับวางไปจนถึงประมาณครึ่ง
ครึ่งหนึ่ง
ค่ะประมาณครึ่งไม้เข็มร้อยเนี่ยค่ะ
You're going to keep on doing 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 until you get halfway through the needle.
แล้วถ้าร้อยไปเรื่อยๆก็จะเป็นรูปแบบนี้
ค่ะ
นะคะ
When you're finished, the finished piece would be like this. As you can see, it switches off. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and so on.
No matter easy or hard, I will hold
afraid that's all the time we have for now. Remember to keep meditating and to remain centered and mindful at all times. Until next week, goodbye. Sawadee krap.